Most women are eating way less protein than they think. And the crazy part? You could be doing everything right with your workouts, your sleep, your water intake, and still not seeing results just because of this one thing. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to hit 80 grams of protein in a day as a woman, with real food, without forcing yourself to choke down plain chicken breast or drink 5 protein shakes. And I'm going to give you actual meal combinations you can start using tomorrow. But first, let me tell you why most women are failing at this without even knowing it. Here's something that surprised me when I first looked into this. Most women are getting somewhere between 40 and 60 grams of protein per day. That sounds like a lot until you realize your body probably needs at least 80, and depending on your weight and how active you are, maybe even closer to 100 or 120. The problem is, nobody taught us this. We grew up hearing about calories, about fat, about carbs. Protein was always the thing bodybuilders cared about. It wasn't for us, and that idea stuck. So most women just don't think about it. They eat normally, they maybe try to be healthy, and they end up protein deficient without a single clue. And the effects of that are not small. Low protein means your body has a harder time holding on to muscle. And before you say, "I don't care about muscle," hear me out. Muscle is what keeps your metabolism working well. It's what makes your body look toned instead of just thin. It's what keeps you strong as you get older. Without enough protein, your body starts breaking down that muscle for energy. And once you lose it, it's genuinely hard to get it back. Low protein also messes with your hunger hormones. When you're not eating enough protein, you feel hungry more often, you crave sugar more, and you end up eating more calories overall, trying to fill that gap. So if you've ever felt like you have no self-control around food, it might not be willpower. It might just be that your body is desperately searching for the nutrients it needs. There's more. Protein plays a role in your hair, your skin, your nails, your hormones, your mood. Basically, if something in your body isn't working the way it should, there's a decent chance protein has something to do with it. So yes, 80 grams matters. And getting there is not as hard as it sounds. Let me show you. The first thing you need to understand is that 80 grams of protein doesn't have to come from huge portions of meat at every meal. You don't have to eat like an athlete training twice a day. You just have to be a little bit strategic about what you put on your plate. Let's break the day into 3 meals and 1 snack. That's it. And I'm going to show you how each of those pieces adds up to 80 grams without you having to think too hard. Breakfast. Aim for 20 to 25 grams. This is where most women lose. Breakfast is usually the lowest protein meal of the day. Toast, fruit, a granola bar, maybe some yogurt. None of that gets you anywhere near where you need to be. Here's what actually works. 3 eggs scrambled or fried gives you about 18 grams of protein on its own. Add a small portion of cottage cheese on the side, just half a cup, and you've added another 14 grams. That's 32 grams before 9 a.m. And eggs plus cottage cheese is genuinely a normal breakfast. You can season the cottage cheese, put some fruit on top of it, make it taste good. It's not a punishment. If you're someone who doesn't like eating in the morning or you prefer something quick, a Greek yogurt with high protein, check the label. You want at least 15 grams per serving, plus a couple of hard-boiled eggs gets you to around 25 grams in less than 5 minutes. The key at breakfast is choosing foods that are actually dense in protein. Not just foods that seem healthy. Oatmeal feels healthy and filling, but a full bowl only gives you about 5 grams of protein. Start your day strong, and the rest of the day becomes so much easier. Lunch, aim for 25 to 30 grams. Lunch is where you want to put one solid protein source at the center of your meal and build around it, not the other way around. A can of tuna, which is cheap, easy, no cooking required, has about 25 grams of protein. Mix it with a little mayo or Greek yogurt. Put it on some crackers or in a wrap. Add some vegetables, and you have a genuinely satisfying lunch that hits your protein goal for that meal without any effort. If you're not a tuna person, a chicken breast around 4 ounces gives you about 35 grams. That's a little over what you need at lunch, so you could do a slightly smaller portion and add some beans or lentils on the side. Half a cup of black beans adds another 7 or 8 grams. For people who eat plant-based, lentils are incredible. A cup of cooked lentils gives you around 18 grams of protein, plus fiber that keeps you full for hours. Add some edamame on the side. Half a cup is 8 grams, and you've hit your 25 grams at lunch without any meat at all. The thing that makes lunch easier is meal prepping just your protein. You don't have to make full meals ahead of time. Just cook a batch of chicken, hard-boil some eggs, or portion out some canned fish at the start of the week. When lunch comes, the hardest part is already done. Snack. Aim for 10 to 15 grams. Most people's snacks are completely wasted from a protein perspective. Chips, crackers, fruit, rice cakes, these are not helping you hit your goals. They're filling you up temporarily without giving your body what it actually needs. A simple swap that changes everything. Instead of reaching for chips, have a handful of roasted almonds and a string cheese. That gets you about 10 grams. Or a small protein shake. Even a basic one with 20 grams of protein, just mixed with water, means your snack is carrying serious weight toward your daily total. Greek yogurt is also a perfect snack option if you didn't already have it at breakfast. A 5.3-ounce container of a higher protein brand can give you anywhere from 15 to 20 grams. Add some berries and a little honey, and it genuinely tastes like a treat. The rule for snacks is simple. Make sure your snack has a real protein source. Every time. Don't let snacks just be filler. Dinner, aim for 25 to 30 grams. Dinner is usually the easiest meal for protein because it's where most people are already cooking something with meat or fish. But let's make sure you're doing it in a way that counts. A piece of salmon, around 4 to 5 ounces, gives you about 30 grams of protein. It also gives you omega-3 fats, which are amazing for your hormones, your skin, and your brain. Salmon twice a week is genuinely one of the best things you can do for your body as a woman. If you prefer beef, a 4-ounce serving of lean ground beef is around 28 grams. A sirloin steak the same size is similar. You don't need a huge portion. You just need to make sure it's there. For vegetarians, tofu is a powerhouse that not enough people take seriously. Half a block of firm tofu, cooked in a pan with soy sauce and garlic, has about 20 grams of protein. Add a cup of edamame on the side, and you've hit 28 grams at dinner. No meat required. And here's a dinner tip that makes a huge difference. Add a side of legumes whenever you can. A small portion of chickpeas or lentils added to almost any dinner dish just blends in and adds 7 to 10 extra grams without changing the taste of your meal. Now, let's add this up so you can see how simple the math actually is. Breakfast with eggs and cottage cheese, 30 grams. Lunch with tuna in a wrap plus some beans, 30 grams. Afternoon snack with Greek yogurt, 15 grams. Dinner with salmon, 30 grams. That's 105 grams. You've hit 80 grams and gone past it without even trying that hard. And if you want to stay right at 80 without going over, maybe because you have a smaller appetite or you're not doing much exercise, just reduce the portions slightly at 1 or 2 meals. You have so much flexibility here once you know what you're working with. There are a few things that make this easier that I really want you to know. Number 1, read labels. Not for calories, for protein. When you're at the grocery store, flip the package over and look at the protein per serving. You want to find foods where the protein per serving is at least 10 grams. Anything less, and it probably shouldn't be your main protein source for that meal. Number 2, protein powder is a tool, not a crutch. You don't have to use it. But if you're someone who struggles to eat enough in the morning, or you work out and need more protein on certain days, a good protein powder, one that has at least 20 grams per scoop and doesn't have a lot of added sugar, is genuinely helpful. Mix it into oatmeal, blend it into a smoothie, stir it into yogurt. It doesn't have to taste like chalk. There are actually really good ones now. Number 3, don't try to fix everything at once. If you're currently eating 45 grams of protein a day, jumping to 80 overnight is going to feel overwhelming and you'll probably give up. Instead, add 1 high-protein food to your breakfast starting this week. Just 1. Give yourself a week with that change. Then add something to your lunch. Small upgrades that stack up over time are way more sustainable than trying to overhaul your entire diet in a day. Number 4. If you're over 40, this matters even more. After 40, women start losing muscle at a faster rate, a process called sarcopenia, and the body becomes slightly less efficient at using protein. That means you might actually need more protein than a younger woman, not less. Getting to 80 grams or beyond becomes really important for keeping your strength, your metabolism, and your energy as you get older. So here's where you are now. You know why protein matters. You know that most women aren't getting enough. You know exactly what to eat at each meal to hit 80 grams. without suffering through boring food, without counting every calorie, and without spending a ton of money on supplements. The women who feel strong, who have good energy, who maintain a healthy weight without obsessing over it, they're usually eating enough protein. It's not a coincidence. Protein is the foundation that everything else builds on top of. Start tomorrow. Pick one meal and make it a strong protein meal. See how it feels. I genuinely think within 2 weeks of eating this way, you will notice a difference in your hunger, your energy, and how you feel overall. If this helped you, watch this video next.